Bridget Jones, it's time to live.
This Galentine's Day, make a date with Peacock.
I've set you up on Tinder.
What?
You're welcome.
You can call me Rockstar.
Bridget Jones.
But you can call her mummy.
Experience the final chapter of Bridget's unforgettable journey.
By all that's holy, Bridget Jones.
You are a brilliant woman. Embrace the chaos.
Enjoy your weekend, Mrs. Darcy.
Bridget Jones, Mad About the Boy. Streaming only on Peacock February 13th.
Hello. Welcome back, all of my beautiful listeners from all across the vast reaches of the internet. I hope each and every single one of you is doing absolutely spectacular on this fine Tuesday morning, or whenever you happen to be listening to this podcast episode, whether that be morning, evening, or in the deepest, darkest depths of the inner night time. Welcome to the Reddit Asks Us podcast, the podcast where we read and react. Yes, I said read and react. I know, it's quite a major thing we're doing here, quite a revolutionary concept here, if you've never heard of read and reacting to things before, where we read and react to the comments on r/Askreddit. I am your host, Luke Dick. If you're listening to this podcast, before we head in, if you're listening to this podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever else you get your podcasts, it could be Pandora, it could be anything. Once you open up that box, you really can't just put it back in. Once you start listening to this podcast, I will have... But at a certain point, once you listen to this podcast, then you just could get into a trance, and you just can never stop. The episodes play forever and ever and ever, and then you all become my little listener minions. So I can farm listens, I guess, and indoctrinate all of you into, I don't know, being Redditors, I guess. No, there's no plan. There's no real big plan. It's kind of it. Remember, you can respond to this. Please leave us a rating and review. Sorry, I forgot to say that, but it helps out the show so much. If you could go ahead and do that, please leave us a rating and a review. You can respond to this week's episode's question by going to the description of the episode in Spotify. And if you scroll down, you should see a comment section, so you can leave a comment. I will read those comments out loud on the next week's following episode. This is an ad-supported show, so we'll take an ad break about 10 minutes into the show after we read off the comments from the previous week. And then we'll take another ad break about 20, 30 minutes into the show after that. We also do a Would You Rather, so we read off the results of the Would You Rather. We read off the results of the Would You Rather on this week, and then I read you one for next week, and I'll announce the results next week. So, I guess without further ado, why don't we go ahead and let's take a look at the poll results from last week's episode. So, the results from last week's poll. So, last week's poll was, would you rather meet an ancestor from 500 years ago or meet a descendant of yours from 500 years in the future? Or 500 years, not from, but from now, 500 years in the future. And with a 33.3 to 66.7, we're very accurate here on this podcast, by the way. We have the winner coming at descendant from 500 years in the future. That's kind of interesting. I feel like I don't know, the future is like, to me, I don't know, it would be cool. But it'd be kind of cool to see also your ancestor from the past, to like see what kind of things they did, and like how, like, as you were genetically like related to that person. I mean, like, there so are probably millions of other people, or maybe not millions, but a couple thousand or something. But it kind of would just be cool to see like what that person's like, and see if you have anything in common with them, or I don't know, any kind of weird mannerisms or womanerisms that you might carry on from that person. So why don't we go ahead now and read out the comments from last week's episode. So last week's episode was, what's a weird rule that you had at your house growing up? What is the weird rule that you had at your house growing up? That's very difficult to say. The first one comes from the Green Changeling. What's going on, my brother? For the Would You Rather, I'm going to have to refrain from making a choice. Don't mess with time. Well, we know who is currently in the works of a time machine. You're trying to evade the allegations, bro. I don't really think you're doing a good job. You're like, I don't think we should mess with time. Actually, I actually don't really think we should do that. I think we should probably drop this topic and never talk about it again, actually, I think, personally. We also, so he said also, or he or she, I'm actually not sure, or they said also, inspired by your rambling at the start of the episode, I think we should start a petition to have an American football, because on my last episode of my podcast, I talked a bit about the Super Bowl and American football. Obviously, the Super Bowl is over. The Eagles won. I didn't really care for either of the teams, but I'm glad the Eagles won, I guess, over the Chiefs. I didn't really care, to be honest. It was a cool game. I love football. It's just, yeah. Yeah, so we should have a petition to have American football be called American rugby. Instead, seriously, the object that is carried around on the field is not a ball, and it has less contact with the player's feet than the actual football has with the hands of the football players. Football, or soccer to the ignorant, is also the more popular sport. You know what? I understand this argument, and it has some interesting ideas to it, but if I were to explain my argument against this, I would be on a colossal soapbox that I think people would be very, very annoyed at listening to. But the argument is there. The argument's there. I hear you, the Green Changeling. Unfortunately, I don't think that this one's going to change. I really don't think that we are going to switch the name, but I can understand parts of your sentiment. Next one comes from Dusty. Sorry to crush your dreams, the Green Changing. I'm very sorry to crush your dreams. I'm sure that's devastating. I know, I'm such a terrible host. Next one comes from Dusty. For the prompt, my parents had this rule where I'd have to set times when I could be on my devices and not being allowed on Sunday, but that rule has since faded out in the recent times. For the Would You Rather, I chose 500 years from now, as I'd be interested in what technology is like or how video games are, if they even got new entrees? After centuries? Entrees? E-N-T-R-E-E-S. Entrees, right? That's entrees. Like, just wondering if they got new video games and checking if they got any new appetizers. Checking if they got any new appies, okay? I've been to Olive Garden, okay? The appies, they're great, but I'm just wondering what more we can offer, okay? What can these sorts of mid-level price restaurants offer us in terms of appetizers? I really think we need some work with the appies. I'm just hoping in 500 years in the future, I'm just going to pull up and it's going to be like, okay, did we finally figure out the appetizer thing? Because it's been really on my mind as of recently. Meanwhile, there's just a nuclear apocalypse wasteland around you. Yeah, so yes, it is a little exhausting to keeping up high A's and B's. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, I'm in school too. It's a tough thing. But for my games, a few of my games I played, I haven't had new sequels yet. Yeah, man, we're getting everything before GTA 6, bruh. So, I mean, the gaming thing, it's not, I mean, this would be a little strange if you're 35. You're like, honey, time to get off the Switch, okay? It's like, Mom, I'm 35. Honey, we talked about this. No Switch, okay? The Switch is... It's not what young growing boys need like you, okay? All right, next one comes from Phil Savannah. Thanks for commenting, Phil. When someone took their shoes off at the door, you had to compliment them on their shoes. If the shoes were gross, you were allowed to give them a different compliment. Okay, that's interesting. Also, if I ever said you were bored, you were getting a list of chores you had to complete. Ooh. For the I'm so thankful I didn't grow up in a house like that. If I mentioned I was bored, my mom was like, go to the park, play or something. Just use your imagination. Kind of worked. For the Would You Rather, I can justify both, but I would choose the future because that way I can see what I may need to change for the better. I can see whether or not my bloodline has completely deteriorated into degeneracy, okay? So I need to figure out how to fix my life. Then he mentions at the bottom, I heard the Canadian Prime Minister was resigning. Don't know if it's Trudeau. I understand. True, though. Yeah, I get it. He is resigning, actually. That's interesting. Yeah, it's big thing up here in Canada. You know, Trump drops these big tariffs on Canada, and then also in the midst of our leader resigning, he's just been a prime minister for a long time. You know, he called an election during COVID, and that kind of extended his stay in cabinet, I guess. And I think people are just, the people in the House of Commons and whatnot, I think people are just kind of, wanting something different, political things flip-flop, and that's how it goes. But I feel like your parents are breeding foot fetishes into you, bro. When someone took off their shoes, you had to compliment them on their shoes. It's like, all right, son, now remember, when you bring girls home, as soon as they take off their shoes, you got to compliment them on those toes. All right, you got to just get in there and just say, wow, those are quite some toes you got there. Everyone loves compliments on their toes, okay? This is a universal human thing. It gives us that feel-good energy, that feel-good vibe. It's like those little piggies, okay? They need a roasting, okay? I could take them in there for ya. Next one comes from a small fry. When I was little, my mom set a barefoot tax. So that if barefoot tax, I went outside without shoes, I had to pay her 50 cents. This was meant to prevent muddy footprints in the house, but I took this as an amazing thing because for the low price of 50 cents, I could just play barefoot in the mud all day long and guilt trip and punishment free. The rule was taken back shortly after. Unfortunately, that's sometimes parents think they have the upper hand, but then they remember 50 cents ain't what it used to be. Okay? Bruh, you don't think I got 2 quarters on me right now? You seriously want me to flex on you like that, Mom? I got 2 quarters. I got 3 quarters, bruh. Okay? I got multiple quarters going here. All right? Quarters. I'm buying all the candy out of those little candy dispenser machines. Okay? That is me on God. Okay? I could literally pay for your laundry right now. That's how rich I am. Let's go to the laundromat, Mom. Let's go to the laundromat. Okay? I'm seriously going to flex on you. You have no idea. I have so many quarters. Blow your mind. I'm going to walk barefoot through this house all day long. Okay, I'm going to get mud in between the floorboards. That's what I'm saying. You see this power dynamic? I reversed it. Okay, this is psychological. This is tools of psychology I'm using on you, Mom. You don't even notice, okay? I'm doing the flip around, re-around on you. Okay, you thought you had control? Girl, I took control from you. I'm going to walk barefoot all day long, all inside the house for multiple quarters, okay? Check the power dynamic here. Next one comes from Vortex. Excuse me. What's going on, Vortex? Great to see you back. Couldn't say if you were bored. If you did, then you say goodbye to the rest of your day because Mom would make a list of chores a mile long, bruh. This is torture, bro. Unrelated. It's like my child says they're bored. The first thing, yes, exploit their labor. Unrelated, I remember listening to the podcast all the way back when I was in year 10, and now I've graduated high school. You better keep making these from till I'm 20 to when I get married, to when I have kids, to when I retire, until I die. Only then can you stop making episodes. Well, I love the encouragement. Those are great milestones to work towards. 20, married, kids, retire, death. I think that those are some pretty solid. I don't plan on quitting the podcast anytime soon. So, I have been doing this show for a long time, though. I've been doing it I started the show in the fall of 2020. So this fall, wow, holy crap, guys. This fall, 2020? That's kind of crazy. Yeah, I would have started in the fall of 2020. So this fall, I will have been doing the show for 5 years. It does not feel like that. I mean, it's only really been like this for about 2.5 years, this format of the show. But that's crazy, man. I haven't missed a single week of a podcast episode in 5 years. Damn, I better not have a freaking heart attack or something. That would be really disappointing. I think we had one comment on our subreddit. So yeah, go ahead and please check out our subreddit, r/Reddit asks us. This one comes from the Dopic. Hi, Luke. I haven't been responding because of exams, and I've also been definitely listening. Well, thanks. Thanks for letting me know. And yeah, it's a stressful time. Now I'm back, but unfortunately now I gotta get worried about course selections. Yeah, that's a big worry. For the poll, I think with my future predecessor would be better, mainly because I like thinking about my future predecessor. That almost seems like they're manufactured, like you made them in a lab or something. I think my ancestor would be disappointed in me. And, well, it's hard for them necessarily to get disappointed in you. I bet they probably smell like shit and haven't brushed their teeth in their entire lives, so they don't know how to clean themselves. So I don't know. You might be disappointed in them, bro. Or 500 years ago, that's almost the time of slavery, so they could be a slave owner. So you never know, man. It could always be worse. It's like, damn, bro, I ate chips all weekend and, hung out on the couch. What did you do? I traveled to the West African coast and rounded up about 100 slaves to be sold. Yeah, okay. I think that, you know what? I think that we're working on a role reversal here. This is a bit, I don't think I'm in very much support of that. As for the question, I definitely had a bunch of strict rules. Being the oldest child, yeah, that sucks. But youngest child speaking, by the way. But I don't think of any of them were particularly weird. You're doing a stellar job. Keep it up, dude. Thank you so much, man. Oh, it takes me longer than I think to read out some of these comments. You guys are freaking amazing. We're going to read out the Would You Rather for this week. It's really quick. Would you rather never have to work again, but stung by a wasp every day at a random time, or just continue with your normal life? These are the decisions, okay? These are what is affecting our outcome on a daily basis, folks. Well, you marinate on that. We're gonna take a quick ad break, and then we'll be right back in with today's episode.
Hey, it's Bill Simmons from the Bill Simmons Podcast here to tell you about Michelob Ultra Courtside. It's getting fans closer to the NBA with a chance to win prizes like courtside seats, a trip to All-Star Weekend, and much more. Check it out at MichelobUltra.com/courtside. Michelob Ultra Superior Access, Courtside 24-25 sweepstakes, no purchase necessary. Open to U.S. residents 21 and up. Begins on October 1st, 2024, ends July 1st, 2025. Multiple entry periods. Visit MichelobUltra.com/courtside for free entry deadlines, and official rules. Message and data rates may apply. Void where prohibited.
Welcome back to the Reddit Asks Us podcast. We're going to just hop right in. So, of course, you can see by the episode title, what is the most effed up thing someone has confessed to you in confidence? Man, straight up, I can't even really think of anything off the top of my head, but I definitely have heard some crazy stuff. Sometimes my coworkers this is what happens when you work jobs, and especially as you get older, and you start to realize that, oh wow, everyone did not come from the same place, the same area, the same, kind of values growing up. It's, there's some interesting folks out there. That would have never occurred to me, okay? No one ever told me to put peanut butter on my toes. But your mom, that was interesting. Next, so first one comes from NoLayer906. How'd a coworker come to the house? I'm really not doing a good job convincing you guys I don't have a foot fetish. I already mentioned feet twice in this show. This is bad. This is not a great showing for your boy. I don't have a foot fetish, by the way. I don't have it. I had a coworker come to the house, drinks and smoke and all that good stuff. Drinks and smoke, all that good stuff. Fuck yeah, that fucking good stuff. I love it. Drinking, smoking, fucking love that shit. Then after everyone cleared out, it was so crazy, drinking and smoking. Sorry, I can't. After everyone cleared out and it was just him and I, he got really weird and gave me a hug and whispered in my ear, I hope this doesn't change anything, man, but I need to let you know that I've killed 2 people. I thought he was messing around, and when he left, I decided to search his name up. Sure as hell, dude had gotten out of prison 3 years prior on murder charges. We're still cool to this day, and it seems like he's turned his life around, and he's become a pretty decent family man, but that night he told me that, it just sticks with me. Bro, they always say, is this, you think if someone told you this, would you want to hear it? Why would you, why? I don't, that we don't, you're only damaging your view of my view of you, bro. I would have thought absolutely nothing. I would have never even guessed you were a murderer, my friend, but now that you've told me you've literally murdered people, yeah, I've got to admit, it's gonna change the dynamic a little bit. It's gonna change the dynamic. I can't say that I'm just gonna be there and be like, murder? Really? Damn, bro. I thought it was gonna be way worse than that shit, bro. Who hasn't murdered a couple people? Okay, who hasn't just, that's life. Okay, that's freaking life, bro. sometimes when the demons, they won't stop, and you just voices in your head, and it's like, you gotta kill somebody, and you're just, so then you just kind of let it loose, and you just express yourself, and you just pop, 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 just find some people, and vulnerable people particularly, no one's ever gonna try to look for them, because we know that, and you just fucking pop a couple caps in them, and just, Patrick Bateman style stabbing homeless people in a back alley, and whoo, do you just ever feel such a zen, really just a sense of calmness, a sense of just tranquility after you do something like this. It's just this wave of relief and release just washes over you. Everyone's been there, man. Everyone's been there, okay? Grab another drink. Let's just keep hanging, all right? We don't need to get in the weeds of this kind of stuff. It's normal, bro. It's like, okay. And I love how he said, I need to confess this to you. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You didn't know. You actually didn't need to confess anything at all, really, because now you're on the books, bro. That's like the police. That's like the police being like, anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Do you understand? Yeah, I fucking did it, bro. I did that shit. I feel like you just gotta know. You just need to know that I did that shit. Okay. So then just right to jail, or... I mean, you really, you didn't have to come up with it that quick, most people ask for a lawyer first, most people are kind of like, I don't really want to say anything. You just kind of just jumped in cold, cold feet first, just right in, just bam. Wow. Okay. You're just that quick. That's impressive. That might be a record time for confession. Yeah. I just need you to know that shit. It's like, why do I need to know that? I don't think I need to know that. I don't think anyone needs to know that. That's we didn't. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be very, very weary now of pissing you off. How to ensure someone's not gonna be chill around you is confess that you murdered people to them. It's like, yeah, everyone in the office is kind of giving me the cold shoulder. Ever since I told him I murdered a couple people, okay? Just everyone seems to be treating me different, okay? What happened to workplace, complacency? What happened to acceptance in the environment, all right? This is ridiculous. What happened to just an open working environment where people are comfortable around each other? Jeez. Decapitate a couple people and, jeez, the whole world's after you. Next one comes from Charming and Beautiful. My coworker confessed that she'd been secretly feeding her husband's allergic cat chocolate when he wasn't home because she wanted it to naturally pass away so they could get a dog instead. I reported her to our mutual friend who lived with them. The cat is safe now, thank God. That is such twisted logic. To naturally pass away by force feeding it chocolate? Bro, that's like torturing somebody and being like, I wanted them to have a peaceful death. I wanted them to go out the way that humans were meant to go out, by screaming and writhing in pain. Just a natural, very, very, yeah, just something that we can all relate to, something that we would want for ourselves. Just agonizing, painful, and utterly just destructive death, I think, is really the way that I was hoping for it to happen. Dude, that is fucking crazy. Like, she was married? It's like, bro, you can just have a conversation about it. I don't really think you need to jump to poisoning animals. Okay, I think poisoning animals is like at the last rung, okay? This is if the cat is a demon cat, and honestly, you could probably still find other ways to get rid of it, all right? You can fucking drive it out into the middle of nowhere and let it go, all right? If this was a demon cat that was, just how a person is a bad person? This cat is just a terrible, terrible cat, all right? It's just an evil, maniacal cat. I don't know what this cat is doing, but it's just, let's say, for the sake of the argument, this, most people, that are nasty people, I really don't think that we, jump to poisoning them as a way of solving the problem, It's It's like, yeah, bro, freaking John, man, the office, man, he's annoying the shit out of me yesterday, bro. Wouldn't stop talking about his newborn baby. Is apparently some big deal, I guess, when people have children. And so I fucking put arsenic in his fucking coffee, bro. I fucking put strychnine all in his fucking coffee, bro. Seizing up. He fucking died on the floor yesterday. No. Hey, I wish he would have died, actually. He just got sent to the freaking hospital because I guess I didn't put enough in. You wouldn't think. You'd think there'd be instructions on the bottle, right? Like, you'd think they would be like, okay, dosage amount if you're trying to fucking take down a 190-pound man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this is kind of useful, helpful information, right? Like, it's literally poison. You'd think that there'd be some kind of dosage marker on there that's going to let me know how I can kill a motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, how can I take this guy out? How do I drop him dead? Bro, it's hella annoying, man. Wouldn't stop talking about his newborn babies. Bro, no one cares, bro. No one wants to see your baby pictures, bro. Okay? I want to see your baby pictures as much as you want strychnine in your coffee. Okay? So if you're going to show it to me, then sorry, bro. Those are the consequences. You kind of signed up for this, man. You kind of had this one coming, not going to lie. Reply from Kane0720. I hope her husband dumped her ass because what the fuck? There is a special place in hell for people who hurt animals. I mean, I read this comment, I'm thinking to myself, I really don't think bro was just chill with that. Like, if he found that information out, I mean, I really don't think he's going to be like, you know what? I know you tried to kill my cat in one of the most fucked up ways you could possibly do that, but it just shows that you love me and you want us to spend more time together, babe. Your murder of my cat, or your attempted murder of my cat, it just shows how much you're willing to sacrifice for me. My cat. You're willing to put my cat on the line for our relationship? Babe, I love you. I really don't think it went down like that. You know? It's like that moment where the person reveals, she's been poisoning your cat, dude. And he's like, yeah, I know. Okay, it's time to break up with her. And he's like, I love you. It's like, bro, really? She's a psycho maniac, man. Reply from Visually29747. This is weirdly ironic, but my wife dated a guy in college that had a dog he was allergic to. My wife dated a guy in college that had a dog he was allergic to. They moved in together and he decided to rehome his dog. One of his friends got so upset that he was choosing his girlfriend over his pet that she tried to poison her with a laced cupcake. She was sent to the hospital and was very sick for a few days, but otherwise did not have any long-term effects from it. The friend went to jail for 2 years. Bro, this, like, you think you're just gonna get away with that? Like, that's gotta be one of the easiest, poisoning has gotta be one of, like, the easiest crimes to track, bro. Like, you baked it into a cupcake, man. That's, like, so obvious. You got poisoned? What did you eat? I got this weird cupcake that this girl kept shoving in my face and begging for me to eat. Yeah, that's pretty fucking obvious that it was you, dude. Like, that's not an ambiguous, like, I don't see how you can have plausible deniability on that one, bro. You literally shoved a cupcake in her face. Like, it's not, like, there's no, it's like, what? I baked a singular cupcake just for her, okay? I thought she would think it was delicious. I thought she was, I just know how much she loves singular cupcakes. Obviously not appreciative of the cupcake, okay? It's not my fault that a little bit of freaking bleach fell into the recipe, okay? How is that my fault? I was doing laundry at the same time, okay? It was just a coincidence. Next one comes from BU74. A supervisor in my department at work pulled me aside and told me they would deny it if anyone asked, but then told me that a coworker of mine was secretly filming me at work. She said she was told not to tell me, but thought I deserved to know. What? What? Why? Why would... Bro. Yeah, don't tell anyone I told you this, but Karen's been secretly drugging you and dragging you into the back and punching you in the scrotum for the past 3 years at the warehouse, just in case. But don't tell anyone I told you that, bro. It's kind of crazy, man. That's kind of crazy. I know. Don't just keep it to yourself, bro. Just keep it on the low. But yeah, no wonder you've been leaving with a sore sack, bro. That's Karen, bro. She's been, yeah, dude. She's just been totally knocking you out, man. And just bang, goes to town on that scrotum of yours, bro. Goes to town on those balls, man. And yeah, no wonder, bro. I know you were upset the other day that you told everybody that you're trying to have kids, and you can't have them, because you just, you're not. It's not working down there for you. But I thought I'd let you in on the workplace secret. Okay, don't tell anybody though. Okay, especially not the police. It's just gonna ruin the workplace fun. Okay, it's gonna ruin the workplace environment. We have a very close-knit work environment. Okay, we're very tight. We're very close. We tell each other everything. And I just wanted to let you in on the little secret. Okay, so what? She takes a baseball bat to your balls every other day. Okay, it's funny. Okay, this is workplace just harassing. It's hazing. It's workplace hazing. Okay, have you ever seen The Office? When Jim puts the stapler in the Jell-O? It's literally just like that. Except now you can't have kids. It's fine, okay? Lots of people can't have kids, okay? That is a lot of people in the world. I would not be that upset about it, okay? Kids are kind of gross. So, if anything, I think you should be thanking her, bro. Plus, man, you're not a great-looking guy, bro. You don't want kids, bro. You don't want them, trust me. Go to the sperm bank. Get like a guy who's good-looking, better-looking, maybe a little bit more athletic, a little bit less of a freaking pushover, man. Chill out, dude. Freaking less of a freaking like total like Mad Hatter, bro. Like you're freaking out, man. Less neurotic, maybe a little. Okay, chill, dude. Freaking crimping my vibes, man. You're kind of bumming me out, dude.
Sergeant and Mr. Smith, you're gonna love this house.
Bunk beds in a closet?
There's no field manual for finding the right home. But when you do, USAA Homeowners Insurance can help protect it the right way. Restrictions apply.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Next one comes from reply from Graceful Gala. Yikes, reminds me of my director who told me in the office to watch my back. I had people that were telling the directors false and horrible things about me. I honestly don't get where people lying about others. This is a horrible grammar. I honestly don't get where people lying about others either. I don't get where people get lying about others. I had a fair few former coworkers who lied about me. Wow, that's not. We work on the grammar a little bit here, but director told you to watch your back. Like that's so vague. That's kind of like I could let you know what's going on, but that wouldn't be very fun. So just watch your back. How about? I can't. I'm not your mommy. Okay, I'm not gonna live life for you. Okay, I'm not gonna be able to take care of you. Okay? So you have to take care of yourself. So watch your back because someone's about to come and stab it. All right, what is this, a game of fucking Clue? Like, you're not going to tell me when someone's going to come up behind me and freaking stab me in the back with a knife? You know who it is. We could end this mystery right now by just confessing. You could just let me know, okay? Next one comes from Senior Ad 282. I'm in the Navy. One day after a port visit that will remain unnamed, a coworker of mine asked me, "Hey man, do you think I'm in trouble?" and proceeded to tell me about how he committed a date rape when he found a girl passed out drunk. I told him, yeah, I do. And before I could even tell the right people, NCIS was magically on board the ship and hauled his ass back to the States. Bro, do you think I'm going to get in trouble for one of the worst crimes you could possibly commit? Do you think I'm going to get in trouble? Dude, I know it's not politically correct, but like, you don't think I'm going to get in trouble for murdering that homeless man, do you? You don't think I'm going to get in trouble for that? I mean, he was kind of homeless. Like, I mean, it's not like he was, it's not like he was like someone important. Okay? Chill. It was one homeless guy. Are we going to friggin' turn the world upside down over one homeless guy? Okay? Friggin', I think that we can pump the brakes a little bit here. It's like, what answer were you expecting? Like, I seriously don't understand. Like, were you seriously going to think someone was going to be like, nah, bro, you're good, bro. You're chilling, man. You're so good, bro. Bro, that's not even, ain't no biggie, bro. I thought you were going to drop some real shit on me, okay? That's not even, come on, dude. That's not even close, man. You're such a jokester, bro. You had me there. You had me think you were about to drop some crazy shit, bro. You had me going, man. Damn, I thought you were about to say something fucked up. No, bro, you're chilling, bro. No, the military, bro, they don't catch anything like that, bro. They don't. Straight up. The military is, it's a terrible place. Yeah, very, very bad culture. It's notoriously bad, actually. Probably one of the worst, culture places on the planet, actually. That is not a lie. Not a big fan of militaries, but and also military culture, It's like this, the news drops like these stories about military culture, and people being, all this kind of crazy stuff that happens to people, especially women within the military. And they drop this news like we're supposed to be shocked or something. Like, bro, yeah, the military this stuff has been going on, okay? The stories haven't stopped, okay? They keep coming. All right, it seems like very systemic. All right, this isn't just like a one-off incident. All right, this seems kind of ingrained into the culture. It's like, yeah, bro, you no way you get caught for that, bro. This is the military, bro. Chill out, man. Next one comes from, damn, I just took hella shots. Next one comes from No Reputation 710. Had a friend who bragged about how many times he cheated on his wife. Yeah, very cool. You don't love your wife, bro. Again, yeah, this kind of thing always surprises me, always amazes me, the whole cheating thing, bro. Like, why are you even in a relationship, man? You can clearly, have relations outside of your marriage. So I don't know what you're worried about not being able to, find someone else. You clearly are finding many elses. All right, there's a lot of elses out there for you, bro. Like, I don't see, like, it's like, oh, I love my wife. Yeah, clearly, yeah, because you fucking cheat on her, bro. Yeah, totally. That makes hella sense, dog. Like, I don't know. Do you want a wife? I don't understand. What's the purpose? Like, it's like, yeah, bro. Oh, man, having a wife is so great, man. Oh, she does so much for me, bro. I love being in a stable relationship, man. Don't you cheat on her all the time? It's like, yeah, bro, it's just, yeah, it's fucking awesome, bro. It's like, I love being in a relationship, though, man. I freaking love, man. Commitment and stuff, it's so great. I don't think you do, man. I really don't think you do. I like, you not only do you cheat on her, but you don't feel bad about it. Okay, like that's, all right, you cheat on someone, you feel bad about it. Okay, you've done an immoral thing. When you're bragging about it, it's like, why are you in the relationship then? What's the point? What are you getting from this? Like I don't understand. Like, you clearly don't want to be in a relationship. Yeah, man, like, I just love, being in something secure and stable and, just having that one person that's always there for you, bro. Just being in that monogamous space, man, is amazing. I love it. You clearly don't. You clearly don't give a fuck about it at all. You literally are going out of your way to not give a fuck about it. You are going out of your way to ruin that. You are actively taking action against those things. The things that are the thing that's going to make that stuff better, you are actively making it worse. You clearly are not a fan of it. Okay? Which is fine. No one's telling you need to be monogamous. We're just telling you not to cheat on your fucking wife, man. That's as simple as it is. Okay? No one's saying, hey, yo, you need to marry that woman and you need to be together forever and never see anyone else outside of that marriage. No one's saying that. Like, no one's tying your hands behind your back being like, you better get on the fucking ground and get married right now. I'm gonna fucking blow a hole in your head if you don't get fucking married right now. Bro, just don't be married, man. Be single. This world is a big place, okay? People are open to a lot of stuff. It's like, she's looking for something stable, committed, monogamous, long-term. Sounds right up my alley, man. Sounds right up my alley. I wonder if she's open to being cheated on, though. I wonder about that. I wonder how I bring that up. No, I probably shouldn't bring it up. No, she definitely mentioned monogamous, but I probably shouldn't bring it up the fact that I'm looking for someone who's going to let me cheat on them. Yeah, I'm not monogamous, but she doesn't need to know that. It's like, bro, yes, she does. I'm sure you can find someone else who's into non-monogamous relationships. All kind of people out there, bro. Okay, next one comes from... The cheating stuff always bothers me, bro. I feel like I talk about this like every other podcast. The next one comes from Young... Come on, bro, I'm not reading that. Had a bar patron confess that he liked the taste of human flesh and confessed he had been experimenting with his baby mama about it. Showed up with his baby mama to the bar sometime later, and she did have human teeth marks on her arm and a bandage. I did not ask about the bandage. How do you get into that, bro? This kind of shit just blows my mind. Like, it's not like you just, like, go to a steakhouse, bro, and you're just like, I'm looking for something a little bit more exotic, if you have it. Well, if you're looking for something on the blackout menu, we do have some pretty interesting tiger steak. I know, it's very illegal. Don't tell anyone. Tiger steak? I don't really think I'm feeling that, bro. No, I don't know. I don't think that's going to hit. I don't really think it's going to hit the spot, man. No, do you have anything more humanoid? Humanoid? Like, humanoid as in, like, a human. Well, yeah, more or less. More or less, I'm looking for, something with bipedal, something bipedal. I'm looking for something, with opposable thumbs, 5 digits-ish. Very large brain to body ratio. Something is very important to me. Something that has a nature about it. A certain nature. Like some might say human nature. Something like that is what I'm kind of looking for. Something with a nature. That's kind of what I'm looking for on my menu tonight. It's like, how do you get... I don't understand where this... Like, how this... It's like, yeah, okay, yeah, no problem. Would you like that with fucking garlic? Like, what the fuck? How do you get into this, bro? What are you watching on the internet, dude? Like, how do you even get down this rabbit hole? I've been on the internet since I was a child. I have not once ever seen a video of someone eating human flesh. Okay? I've never even once thought about it. Okay? I may have listened to a creepypasta back in the day on YouTube, a creepy story, or that was made up. But usually that stuff is made up for dramatic effect. It's not real life shit, man. Okay? What do you I don't even understand. What are you expecting, like, it's gonna taste like, bro? Like, really? Can you, like, beef? That's not gonna do it. Chicken. Pork. Like, there's so many. There's literally so many different types of meat. I like this one. Why this one? This one's gonna just... Nah, bro. Nothing hits like that 30-year-old female, bro. Hey, that 30-year-old female, bro. That's the best cut right there, bro. That is the best cut. You can't find better gourmet shit than that, dog. What the fuck? Next one, holy shit. Next one comes from Memorex1150. Okay, this one's a longer story, folks, so strap in. Strap on. Strap in. This one comes to mind as it is. Oh, the most fucked up thing someone has confessed to me in confidence. Why are you phrasing it like this? This one comes to mind as it is. Oh, the most fucked up thing. Like, you don't have to write down the words that we casually say in the conversation. Like you're going to write that? Interviewed someone many years ago to be a department manager. Solid guy, really knew his stuff, hired him. He was great with staff. He knew how to work with clients, grasped all the nuances of the job, including the boarding administration stuff that we all hate. But he was spot on with it. There was another employee there whom he had a great rapport. She wasn't his direct report, but she and he seemed to get along just super well. Chemistry as if they've known each other for years. Nothing out of the ordinary, nothing beyond just being able to effectively work interdepartmentally. And when they worked on projects together, they were on task, focused, and delivered. That's great news, man. Now, we're starting off pretty hot here, okay? We're starting off on a good note. Now, this guy had pretty good chemistry with everyone else as well, but this one female, just like they were in sync. He had been with me for about 2 months. He was in my office one day. We were just having lunch and just chatting about all topics not work-related. The subject of family came up from him, not me. I told him my story is short. No kids, almost all my family is dead, so I don't really have anybody anymore except me and my spouse. He smiled and nodded in what I would say is a kindly, empathetic way. At this point, he told me he had a large family and an extended family and started to give a small history lesson. This guy has a lot of family. A lot. As he's going down the list, he starts rattling off names, and one of them is the girl that I mentioned above. Find out she's his great niece. Well, damn. That explains why they gel so well that when they work. They're family. Okay, that makes a ton of sense. Now, we have no problems with family members, relatives working for us. Not an issue. As he concludes his conversation, he says to me, "You knew, right?" I said, "No, I had no idea you two are related, but it makes sense now." He looks at me with a serious look on his face and says, "No, you know about us, right?" I look confused and I said, "I don't know what you mean." He said, "My youngest daughter, she's the mother." That took me about 45 to 60 seconds to fully process what he was telling me. I finally said something along the lines of, "No, I had no idea. Okay, this was fun. Let's never do this again. My best employee is related to another good employee. It's great uncle and great niece, and they are having a relationship and having a kid together. Oh, and he was in his late 60s and she was in her very early 20s. I checked, but we had no policy against such. Because who would think that they need to write incest into their work policy, bro? I don't like this. Do we really need to sit down and have an office level HR conversation? Remember, guys, don't stick it in your cousins, okay? Just want to be clear about that. Don't put it in family members, okay? Unless it's, what is the law? Okay? What does the law say? No family members. Okay? It's pretty clear in the law about that. Unless you can prove to me that you're not related, then it's fine, whatever. But you got to prove to me. You got to prove to me you're not related, because I can't believe we have to do this now. I strongly suspect it was due to him spilling the news to me. Oh, sorry, no. He quit about a month later. She stuck around about a month and also quit. I strongly suspect it was him due to spilling the news, which I don't understand why he shared that. Beyond her being his great uncle, or her being his great niece, in that moment he just chose to share. I assume it was due to the great sushi we had for lunch. Bro. Like, why would you confess? Like, I don't understand. Like, do you think someone's going to be like, you know about us, though, right? No, I did not know that you were fucking your niece, bro. I did not know you were fucking your relative. Why would I know that? Why would I want to know that? I don't want to know that. Who wants to know that? Why are you telling me this? You should be arrested, man. You should go to jail. Why are you telling me? Why am I the person you're confiding with this information, brother? Like, well, this, I don't understand. What is you telling me this information going to offer to anyone in this situation? What do you think I'm just going to be like, oh, dude, Great idea. Maybe I should try that sometime. I gotta hire my niece. What the fuck? Where do you think this conversation was gonna go, man? That's not a flex. Fucking your niece is not a flex, bro. I can't believe we have to talk about this. Holy shit. All right, folks, we're going to fucking cap it off there for the end of this episode. Holy. Thank you all so much for tuning into another episode of the Reddit Ask Us podcast, the podcast where we read and react to comments from r/AskReddit. I am your host, Luke Dick. Now remember, please leave us a rating and also leave us a review on this episode and on the show. Please, it helps us out so much. Remember to join our subreddit, r/Reddit Asks Us on Reddit, and to reply to this week's question. I'll see y'all next week. Peace out. Love you. Goodbye.